We have a lot of things. We have also would like to recognize the presence of the chairperson of today, in person of Maureen Ken George Taylor. She's the president, Restaurant, Cakes, Bars, and Clubs Association. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. We also like to recognize the presence of Mr. Lucas Rahim, who is the director of SIRD, Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency, SOUQ. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Also in our midst is Engineer Greg Ashibo. He's the chairman, GK Foundation and Grashi Global Foundation. You're welcome, sir. Please a round of applause for him, please. He has been a supporter of Mr. Razak's work. Thank you so very much. You're welcome, sir. We also like to recognize the presence of Engineer Oyatoye, who is the Director, Policy Research and Development, Lagos State Safety Commission. Thank you for coming, sir. We appreciate your presence. Thank you. Representing the DG of NAFDAC in our midst is Dr. Ifeoma Okapo. A round of applause. Thank you so very much for coming. We appreciate your presence. Thank you very much. We also like to recognize the presence of Mr. Oluwole Ogundele, who is the guest speaker. Thank you so very much for gracing this occasion. We are elated to have you around. Also in our midst today is Mr. Laja Shomiron. He's also a guest speaker today. A round of applause.
That convened this maiden edition of Restaurant Managers Conference. It is my utmost pleasure to welcome you all to this occasion. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for taking your time to join us today. Your presence here is a testament to the commitment to excellence the restaurant and hospitality industry. Together, we gather under the theme, elevating the art of restaurant management, innovation, sustainability, and excellence. The theme reflects our shared passion for advancing the restaurant industry and our dedication to stay ahead of the curve in terms of innovation, sustainability, and excellence. And as we navigate the complexity of the modern restaurant landscape, imperative that we prioritize these three pillars: innovation, sustainability, and excellence, which will form the foundation of our discussions today as we explore the cutting-edge strategies, best practices, and innovative solutions to drive success in our industry. We have assembled impressive lineup of speakers, including our keynote speaker, my own mama, Mrs. Bose Aye, the founder of International PSC. Please help me to clap for her. He's also the past president of Restaurant and Food Services Providers Association of Nigeria. And another motivator, Maureen Ken George Taylor, the president of the Restaurant, Cafe, Bars and Clubs Association who is the chairperson of today's occasion, to guide through this conference proceeding. I'm equally happy to have the Deputy Managing Director of Street Sensation Professionally and the host of others. I was happy when we wrote letters to the DG of NADA and I said, we are going to be there. So, this year, Dr. Okafor, I'm happy that you are here. God bless all of us. Throughout the day, we'll be treated to insightful presentations, engaging discussion with our special guests, eminent speakers, AI experts, social media marketing specialists, financial gurus, regulators, industry leaders, and many more valuable networking opportunities for us. Throughout the day, we will explore the latest trends, best practices, and innovative solutions that are shaping the restaurant industry. As Hospitality Theatre, we are dedicated to empowering restaurant professionals with knowledge, skills, and expertise required to excel in our increasingly competitive market. And this conference is a testament to our excellence to elevate the art of restaurant management. The conference is designed to provide a platform for restaurant managers, operators, and industry professionals to come together to inspire, educate, and empower you with the tools and insights necessary to excel in this dynamic and competitive industry. I would like to acknowledge the support of our sponsors, partners, and collaborators who have made this conference possible. Your contributions are invaluable, and we are grateful for your commitment to the growth and development of the restaurant industry. Equally, I would like to acknowledge the tireless effort of our team, who have worked diligently to bring this conference to life. Your hard work and dedication are truly appreciated. Without much ado, the MC has said we need to engage ourselves fully, ask questions, and share our perspective. We're ready to learn, unlearn, and relearn, and enjoy the company of your peers at this Restaurant Managers Conference 2005. So let us work together to elevate the art of restaurant management and take our industry to the next and enviable height. Once again, I want to appreciate you, and I know by the end of the day, we are not going to leave the way we come, but in good health. And at the end of the day, our return on investment is not going to be a waste of time. Thank you once again.
Dedicated to the growth and development of the restaurant and hospitality industry in Nigeria. The restaurant and hospitality industry is a vital pillar of Nigeria's economy. It provides employment to millions, drives tourism, supports local farmers and food suppliers, and contributes significantly to our GDP. This sector is not just about serving or providing accommodation. It is about experiences, innovation, and economic transformation. With Nigeria's growing population and increasing demand for quality services, we must continue to evolve and expand our industry's potential. This conference is an essential platform for sharing best practices, discussing industry challenges, and exploring emerging trends such as digital transformation, AI, sustainability, customer experience enhancement, and food safety. It is through collaboration and knowledge sharing that we can stay ahead in this competitive landscape and ensure our businesses thrive in an ever-changing world. The RCBC Association is dedicated to uniting industry players, advocating for policies that support business growth, and providing resources to help our members excel. By joining our association, participants have always had access to valuable networking opportunities, training programs, and strategic partnerships. That's one of the reasons we're excited to partner on this particular conference. With that in mind, I encourage every person here to actively participate in the discussions, share your insights, and take full advantage of this event. It is now my honor to declare this event officially open. Thank you. I have just a few more things to say before I hand over the microphone. So my question one more time is, did I get my slides up, or will I be winging it? Can you see my slides? Thank you.
okay, don't worry. So this is supposed to be a little bit interactive, right? It's a managers conference, and I always have something to say to managers. So do we have any managers here? Can you wave your hands? If you're in a managerial or supervisory position, can you wave your hands, please? Fantastic, thank you. So I think I'm in the right room. I wasn't sure when anybody raised their hand. Okay, so I want to ask a question. Who is a manager? Someone should help me, please. Who is a manager? Who is a manager? Anyone can take the answer. If nobody gives an answer, you guys need to answer. Who is the manager? Who is the manager? I have my team for 355, so don't worry. I came prepared. That is called start with your why. You are starting in a position and you have an opportunity to improve your life and improve the lives of those around you. You impact people's lives. Someone that wants to propose to their girlfriend and wants to get married, you will be part of their life experience forever, just by being a manager in a restaurant or in a food establishment. So it's such a critical role that if you are occupying it, you need to understand what role am I in. And from my own organization, not only did I invite managers, I invited supervisors that want to be managers. Because if you are aspiring towards a position, you need to know what that position is going to be. Okay, let's assume we know what a manager is now. What does an effective manager do? So can I have just a few contributions? What does an effective manager do? Yes, please.
Effective manager would lead by example.
Lead by giving a round of applause. I am in the right room. I think I'm in the right room. I'm starting to feel like I'm in the right room. Another answer, please.
An effective manager first need to work on yourself because you can't be.
A manager must work on themselves. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the book 21 Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. And there's a law called the law of the lead, meaning that you will only lead people up to where your capacity is. Once your capacity is here, you're not going to lead anyone above that. So working on yourself is critical. Please give me a round of applause. Can I have one more answer? Because my time is limited here. What does an effective manager do?
An effective manager must be proactive.
Thank you. I like that word, proactive. Let's please give me a round of applause. I spelled out a few things I think that a good manager should be able to have under their sleeve. And I'm just going to take just about 2-3 minutes and I'm going to get off the stage. Don't worry. So I have here, you must be hospitable. I call it the spirit of hospitality. If you don't have the spirit of hospitality, what are you doing here? Why are you a manager? Hospitality is such a critical spirit that it influences you. Are you the kind of person that when people walk into the room, you would say hi? Or because it's your job that you're saying hi? When somebody is panting, would you offer them a glass of water? If someone sits down and then they're sweating profusely because they just came out from outside, do you think that the person has to order water before the waiter goes to them and says, sorry sir, would you like a bottle of water? The act of being hospitable. So if you are not hospitable, definitely this will not be the right career for you. What else should a manager be? A manager should be in control. I expect that if you are actually told to govern an organization, you are in control of what's happening in that organization. How can you be in control of what you don't know? So you must be aware of everything that's happening in that place. From the kitchen to the floor, to your marketing, to your customers, what are they saying? If you sit in your office all the time, how are you going to know what your customers are saying about your products, about your space? A good manager must be able to supervise. What is supervision? Is it just giving orders or ensuring that orders are completed? How many times do we need to follow up with you when something is stated? A good manager must be meticulous. Because sometimes, staff are very tricky. They will tell you that they clean the place, they'll clean only the top. When you now go and lift it up, you now notice that this cleaner did not clean the bottom of this place. How are you going to ensure that the right thing is done if you're not meticulous? Don't worry, I'm goes down, a good manager must be intentional. You must decide that you have decided you're going to be good at what you do, you're going to be among the best. You know, really and truly, I am for women empowerment. And I do specifically love coaching women to stand out. Because for a woman to have an opportunity, she usually must be 10 times better than a man. So if it's a man that's pretty good, people will just say, oh, let us give that opportunity. But before they give a woman an opportunity to become a CEO or a CEO, you will see her CV. Her CV is double the CV of the man that equally holds a position. Please give women a round of applause. Okay, the men are happy. Give all of themselves a round of applause. A good manager must be a good example. And finally, practice servant leadership. I want you, as you attend this conference, to pick up a few things and decide, what will I do differently following this conference? Maybe I missed something. Before I close up my own way, does anyone want to add anything else that they think a good manager should be? Any other comments? Thank you, ma'am.
Good teamwork and good communication.
Give my round of applause! There's no I in team. If you are not a team player, why are you a manager? You can't do everything yourself. You must be given division of labor. And that's why I asked all of you to join me with my presentation this morning by asking questions. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope that this conference will be as impactful for you as it is for me. Thank you.
Audit, compliance, learning and development, and strategic business management. She currently serves as Deputy Managing Director and Executive Director at Sweet Sensation, a pioneering quick service restaurant QSR company in Nigeria. Ayo's career began at PwC, where she managed audit and compliance reviews for publicly listed companies in North America. She earned a reputation for driving change, optimizing processes, and building strong teams, rising to a global managerial role. Her ability to innovate and lead has been instrumental in Sweet Sensation's ongoing transformation. Under her leadership, the company has implemented strategic growth initiatives, enhanced internal accountability, and restructured internal processes to ensure business continuity and sustainability. Ayo's empowering leadership style emphasizes coaching, collaboration, and clear communication.
Food evangelist, I think he really is that. So let's please give him a round of applause. I know that there's a team of people who support him, who coach him, who help him, who partner with him. So I want to also take time to acknowledge and recognize them. Please give them a round of applause. Special thank you to the distinguished speakers and guests. I also stand on all existing protocol, but even with that, I cannot but honor Mrs. Bolayeli, who's here. Mrs. Bolayeli, the founder of Fertilizers and pioneer in the industry. Thank you for your continued support of the industry. It's also lovely to meet the chairperson of RCPC, an organization I belong to as well. So welcome. Thank you. I don't honor my NAFDAC people, I will get in trouble. So, well done, man. Thank you for all you do at NAFDAC. Making sure that food is safe and that people can live quality lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Before I dive into my very, very brief speech, I must honor my mother, Lady Dame Penny Hampson, the founder and CEO of Sweet Sensation. Chairperson of Restaurant. I'm grateful for the organization she built because giving me a platform, giving various people a platform to lead, to inspire others. So she's not able to be here, but I bring lovely greetings from her to everyone here. Okay, so I've been asked to give a very, very short welcome speech, or I think it's opening the short speech by special guest. And you know, this topic, elevating the art of restaurant management, innovation, sustainability, and excellence, is so relevant So this, I want to start by just saying, this topic is so relevant to our industry. Anyone who's been in an industry for a few years knows how important these topics are. The industry is shifting rapidly. Things are changing so fast. Sometimes you understand your consumers, sometimes you don't even understand them anymore. Technology is reshaping how things happen, and things are moving at a fast speed. So I'm so grateful to be part of a conference that recognizes the importance of these topics and brings people together to learn about these topics. Sustainability is no longer just a buzzword, it is a business imperative. How can you make sure that your organization not just survives, but thrives and can be sustainable for years to come? And I'm really grateful that we have the opportunity to learn about that at this conference. So for those who are here, whether you sponsored yourself to come here or whether your company has funded you, I want to really encourage you to listen. The ability to invest in yourself, to come for conferences, for trainings, it's a powerful investment in yourself. My team who's here, hi team, they know that we talk about growth a lot. Any investment in yourself, whether it's training, conferences, networking, learning from others, at the end of the day, it's a powerful investment in yourself. And as you grow, you can also inspire other people to grow as well. So please be open-minded, please listen, please take notes, network with your peers or colleagues or people who you admire within the industry. But please make sure you learn, make sure when you go back to your companies, you are teaching others as well, others who couldn't be here, and then you're allowing others to grow as you grow yourself. So thank you again to everyone. Welcome to the conference, and thank you again to the convener for the opportunity to be here.
Let's clap for you who is not here. Which message from the Special Advisor to the President of Capacity Development. As the Special Advisor to the President of Capacity Development, I'm honored to extend warm greetings to all attendees of this prestigious Personal Managers Conference. This gathering is a powerful reflection of our collective commitment to the growth of our hospitality sector, an area that the President deeply values. His administration recognizes that capacity development is not merely a strategic initiative. It is a cornerstone of our national vision for economic diversification and sustainable development. The President is genuinely interested in empowering our workforce, as he understands that the success of our industries rests upon the skills and dedication of our people. The hospitality industry is an integral to Nigeria's economy, playing a vital role in job creation, cultural exchange, and promotion of our rich heritage. By fostering a thriving restaurant sector, we contribute to the broader narrative of national pride and economic resilience. The President believes that by investing in the training and development of our hospitality professionals, we are not only enhancing service standards, but also positioning Nigeria as a premium destination for culinary experience and global tourism. As we look to the future, our administration is committed to organizing more training programs and conferences that will empower our hospitality professionals, and conferences like this is one of those things. We envision a collaborative framework where industry leaders, government, and educational institutions work hand in hand to cultivate a workforce that is not only skilled, but also innovative and adaptable to the evolving landscape of our hospitality industry. Thank you for your participation and for your vital contribution to this essential sector. Together, we will build a robust and dynamic hospitality industry that meets the diverse needs of our citizens and visitors alike. Honorable Sadiq Rabiu.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm highly privileged to be here. You imagine what this young lady here is doing. I'm particularly excited for this opportunity to stand in this capacity from Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology, especially where I represent as the chief servant. You know, that name chairman is just a name. They're actually the chief servant of the institute, and I'm privileged to be doing that because the Institute of Food Science and Technology has raised me to be a confident person and to be able to add value to the society. And I think that is the beauty of life. That life is not just who you are, but those you are also able to raise. And so, anywhere I have the opportunity to speak, I always give that credit to my mentors, my several mentors who are now fellows of the Nigerian Institute of Food Science and Technology. Particularly, let me congratulate Mr. Razak, our own food evangelist. We call him Mr. Food. He has several names. I have my Google message, but I don't feel like speaking to us. Mr. Razak is a blessing to us in the Institute, and we are praying for him. This is just a tip of the iceberg of what God is about to use him to do in Nigeria and beyond that in the world. And so I'm happy to witness this maiden edition of the Restaurant Managers Conference. This is a great one. Please can you give yourself rounds of applause. I'm particularly excited because just yesterday I was privileged to train bakery and pastry staffs, in a big conglomerate when it comes to confectionaries in Lagos, Ogun, and some states at Shagam Artists yesterday. And one of the things I told them is that as leaders, as managers, you are the team leader. It is not just what you tell your staff, it is what they see you do. The best of food safety management system will not fly if it does not start and end at your table. If the staff need PPEs, you are not providing it, what more can they do? If you can enter the processing floor without doing the needful, then we have not shown them the right example. And so as restaurant managers, as supervisors, when it comes to anything food processing, you are at the center and you must do what is right. And if it is not safe, it is not food. If people buy your products and they come down with gastroenteritis, then there won't be a repeat purchase. And that's the truth. And so that means they are losing trust in your brand. So for you to build trust in every bite, like one of my friends who is also a food safety trainer here would say, then you have to do the right thing. And so we are here, that's why we are all here. To learn, to unlearn, and relearn. And I'm sure you get the best from this conference. So this is just the beginning. I wish you all greater and bigger opportunities to learn and shape the Nigerian economy and ensure food security in Nigeria. So you're all welcome. Mr. Razak, congratulations. You're a brother and you made a brother who wanted to support all that you do. Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Don't worry, I'm coming back to the lecture on Wednesday.
Everybody, and I belong to nobody. So as not to miss out anybody. All protocols duly observed. Mr. Razak, we are here now. You will not understand the meaning of that statement. My name is today. I'm the Executive Secretary of Restaurant and Food Services Proprietors Association of Nigeria, RESPAN. I'm representing, or rather I'm standing in for the President of the Association, the Pende Company, ably represented by the DMP of Sensation Confectionaries, Mrs. Ayani Baba. I said, Mr. Razak, we are here now. Almost around this time, November, we met here for a function. And this was the place that Mr. Razak informed me about this program, November. And since November till January, he kept calling and calling and calling and calling. I'm not like, this program is in March. You started bugging me November, December, January. Calm down, Razak. Through January, February, you would think I'm the one in custody of his kidney. At the time, I have to ask myself, I'm not holding this man's kidney now. Why is he disturbing me? And eventually, you know, I picked the score February, and I told him, I know. You sent in every necessary December. Be rest assured, we will come. Since I'm not hearing from you, I'm not, you know, getting any feedback. I'm like, the program is March. We will come. So, Mr. Razak, I say again, we are here.
Thank you. Now, Restaurant and Food Service Proprietors Association of Nigeria, we're a non-partisan, non-profit making organization established with the aim of protecting the interests of our members in their dealings with regulatory bodies and regulatory agencies. Like the moderator mentioned, that was then. I can give you the assurance that you enter into any of our member restaurants, you will be served quality, not just quantity, quality hot sizzling meals that you will like. Formerly, we used to the Association of Fast Food Confectioners of Nigeria, AFCON. And you know, we try getting more members. We approach the fine dining restaurant and they're like, no, you guys are Association of Fast Food Confectioners, and you know the mentality when it comes to fast food. They believe it's all about job. And mind you, our logo is there, used to be eat AFCON, eat safety. They're not like, you are saying eat fast food, eat safety. Isn't that a contradiction somehow? But we ask ourselves, and you also need to ask too. You walk into a tantalizer outlet, you walk into a street sensation outlet, you walk into a labelling outlet, you walk into a TFC outlet, and you get to be served a big icon. You have pottage, you have jollof rice, you have fried rice, you have a roll, you have pounded yam. Are these fast food? No. So that is the reason why we decided to change the name and reorientate that conception that we have regarding AFCON. We now became Restaurant and Fast Food Proprietors Association of Nigeria. And our motto still remains, eat restaurant, eat safety. You can be rest assured that any meal you are eating from our member outlet is safe and is okay. Elevating the art of restaurant management, innovation, sustainability, and excellence. I want to give you the utmost assurance that the keynote speaker for today is someone who is not just a person, but a voice when it comes to restaurant business in Nigeria. Quote me anywhere. When it comes to restaurant business in Nigeria, in person of Mrs. Bossa Ayede. She happens to be the restaurant sole representative, myself as well, with the Nigeria Economic Summit Group, whereby, you know, the foundation, the program, the roadmap for the new agenda regarding hospitality in Nigeria has been chartered, is being put together. And she was being given an award for her participation, her full involvement and participation in this program, presented by the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture. So, like the MC said, speaker before me said, please relax or learn, relearn, because we are here for a whole lot of lecturing, teaching, and the rest. And every other guest speakers that are taking the sections today, you can be rest assured, yes, they are sound. Mr. Razak, count on us as an able and ready-made partners for this program going forward. Thank you. God bless you all.
My name is SOUQ and look at SOUQ. I'm standing here for my general manager, Afolabi Shilego Esquire. Let me start by congratulating the organizers of this auspicious program. that is going to be highly educated. You can see that. Because the Consumer Protection Agency was actually established in 2015 by Lagos State Consumer Protection Law to ensure that consumers in Lagos State get value for money spent on either goods and services. We also to ensure that Lagosians are protected from hazardous products and also protected against unfair practices. So these are our core mandates. Going back to this event, which is about food safety, I know the keynote speakers are going to do justice to their topic. So in order not to preempt it, I don't think I have the knowledge to do that. So I would just want to mention some brief issues in the kitchen area from the experience we've had over the years as an agency. This restaurant operation involves handling, preparation, and storage of food. So those are the key areas we want the operators and managers to look into, to look to the improvements on these three areas. Also, while preparing food for consumers, they should try as much as possible to avoid cross-contamination and food spoilage, so on and so forth. But the area I want to really dwell on is service, how consumers are treated on and off the restaurant. So the first point of contact for every consumer or every customer in the restaurant is the on-the-spot service, how they are received. So I want to say that since the managers are here, over the years, most of the complaints we attended to in the agency has to do with how consumers are received. Not necessarily bad food or bad meal. So I want us to look into that, and possibly our speakers too should help us to address that. Then, apart from on-the-spot services, when I buy food in the restaurant, possibly I take it away, and I get home and I realize that what I bought is not what I actually want, or I intended. In some cases, we have seen somebody who bought food and saw a fly in the food. You cannot rule that out. So now, while trying to reach out to the restaurant, the person at the other hand failed to do justice or to attend to the complaint queue. So I want us to, apart from putting somebody that is fluent, I think that is the most practice. We put somebody that can speak well. Not that. We should endeavor to ensure that the person at the other hand knows well about the business. He can answer questions, treat issues on the spot. And if the person that is receiving complaint at first time cannot do that, he should be trained to escalate the problem to a senior manager or somebody who is well equipped about how the business is run, so that we avoid sanctions and penalties from government agencies like SOUQ. I want to inform you that the 2015 law has been reviewed and signed into law by His Excellency Mr. Governor, 2024 law, that empowers agencies to seal all premises without referring to the court. Initially, we have to go to the court to seek for a seal order. So I'm not saying that we are out to, like my general manager would say, allow business to thrive in Lagos. We are not out to destroy businesses, but then we are not going to lose our focus, which is to ensure that consumers in the state are protected. We are all consumers. So this is a very big opportunity for everyone here, both managers, the operators, and of course all of us are consumers, to ensure that we improve on the service delivery in our restaurants. To round up, like we always say, consumer in Lagos State are kings. So I want to enjoy all the us here. We always treat consumer as kings. That is the message from my general manager, Afolabi Shilego Expert. Thank you, and God bless you.
The distinguished guest, esteemed restaurant manager, industry, stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to extend warm greeting to you all on behalf of the Lagos State Safety Commission at this prestigious gathering, the Restaurant Manager Conference. I commend the organizers for selecting such a crucial and forward-thinking team, elevating the heart of restaurant management, innovation, sustainability, and excellence. The hospitality industry, particularly the restaurant sector, plays a vital role in the economic and social fabric of Lagos State. As a hub of diverse culinary experiences and a key driver of tourism, restaurants are more than just places to eat. They are spaces of creativity, culture, and commerce. However, ensuring safety, sustainability, and operational excellence is paramount to their continued growth and success. At the Lagos State Safety Commission, our mission is to promote a safe, secure, and sustainable environment for businesses and residents alike. We recognize that innovation in restaurant management goes beyond culinary creativity. It also involves embracing modern practices and adhering to health regulations and implementing sustainable business models that protect both people and the environment. Sustainability in the restaurant industry is no longer an option, it is a necessity. From responsible waste management and energy efficiency to ethical sourcing and consumer well-being, sustainable practices contribute to business longevity and environmental preservation. I urge all restaurant managers to adopt best practices that align with global standards while enhancing customer experience and food safety. Excellence in restaurant management is achieved through continuous learning, strategic leadership, and a commitment to quality. As you deliberate on strategies to elevate your businesses, I encourage you to prioritize staff training, adopt digital innovation, and maintain compliance with regulatory standards to ensure the safety of both the employee and patrons. Lagos State remains committed to supporting businesses through policies that foster growth while ensuring public safety. Lagos State Safety Commission will continue to work collaboratively with stakeholders in the hospitality industry to uphold safety regulations and promote a thriving, resilient, and innovative restaurant sector. Once again, I applaud the organizers of this conference for creating a platform to discuss these vital issues. I wish you all exciting deliberations and successful outcomes that will drive the restaurant industry towards greater heights. Thank you. May this conference inspire transformative ideas for a safer, more sustainable, and more excellent restaurant industry in Lagos. Director General, Lagos State Safety Commission, Mr. Larry Mojala.
Thank you very much. That was very well said. Very well said.
I actually don't know what that means. I recognize everybody that is here, and I have not addressed you in person, it's not that slide, but I think we are beginning to look at the time to see how we can manage our time. I welcome you all to this year's edition. I thought it's not happened before, from the what I heard today, it looks like this is the main one. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I welcome you to this conference, and let me start by again joining everybody to salute the doggedness and the passion of the convener, Mr. Razak. Okay. They have described it like this. I used to know him as a foodpreneur, but I've heard today that he's actually a food evangelist. Whatever name we call him, what thing we can't take away from him is his passion for this industry. This avenue that he has provided for us today, where we as restaurant operators gather together to share and to sharpen our knowledge, is a major gap that he sees in our industry that he's trying to fill. I congratulate you on your achievements so far, all the people that have worked with you, and I wish you success in your future endeavors. I'm excited to be here, and I count it as an honor to be called upon to share with you from my limited knowledge and experience, and also to learn from the different experts that have been put together, that have been invited to help deepen our knowledge in specific areas of restaurant operations today. The theme of our conference, as we have heard over and over again today, is elevating the art of restaurant management through innovation, sustainability, and excellence. I will start by talking a little bit about our industry. The Nigerian food service market is estimated to be about $10 billion and growing. About half of this market is held by the food service restaurants, while the other half is shared by casual dining, fine dining, cafes, and the cloud kitchen industry that is not only large, but also has a great potential for growth. As restaurant managers, do you see yourself as of today in this huge market that I've just described? Do you see yourself as a tiny drop, like a pinpoint? Or do you see yourself as a significant player in this big industry? Wherever you think you are, one of the things that you should begin to think about from today is how can you increase your portion of this large market that I've just described. The restaurant industry itself has changed rapidly in the last 5 to 10 years. From the imposing brick and mortar structure days, where the idea of social entertainment was limited to visiting fast food restaurants, to today, where the customer would rather be in the comfort of his home and just get his food delivered. Pop-up stalls, food trucks, or sometimes you see them as food cars, are becoming a trend in urban and densely populated areas of our country. These are beginning to account for a good portion of the restaurant, of the revenue of this industry. How then do we ensure that as restaurant managers, we also get a significant portion of this growing pie? Our industry is not without its own share of challenges operating in an environment such as ours in Nigeria. These challenges, which cannot be underestimated, range from rising costs, multiple taxation from different tiers of government, poor infrastructure, strong and formidable competition, manpower skills shortage, and to changing consumer preferences. How do we then, as restaurant managers and restaurant owners, sustain our business in the face of these challenges? Again, when we look at the theme, elevating the art of restaurant management through innovation, sustainability, and excellence, the aim of this theme is to ginger our thoughts as restaurant owners or restaurant managers. First, let's look at innovation. innovation. There have been changes in the lifestyle of our target audience, as there have been changes in the demographics that we target. The changes in our industry range from the building structure, like I said, it used to be imposing buildings that we all had, to application of technology, either in the food processing or in consumer engagement methods. And of course, marketing methods have changed dramatically. On a lighter note, while I sat there, I'm already kind of took the picture. She got somebody to take a picture of two of us, and she said content. And I laughed. I don't know if I said it out to her, but you know, we operate in two different generations. My generation would rather hide, but her generation is to put it in the face of everybody, and that was what she wanted. When she said content, that's again a difference that has happened in the environments that we are currently operating in. COVID-19, with the attending lockdowns and movement restrictions, forced many companies, like some of us who haven't invested in technology, to embrace digital innovation to survive. Innovation investment management can be in the area of technology, can be in the area of offering unique products, can be in the area of introducing new processes, and of course, it can be in the area of enhancing customer experiences through unique customer service methods. Embracing innovation, no doubt, has its own definite benefits. The benefits will range from increased visibility. You can also leverage technology to reach the wider network of your consumers or potential customers through all these mobile devices that you carry around. Innovation can help us in improving our service delivery. We can leverage technology to tailor services specifically to meet the needs of our customers. Innovation can help to reduce costs through process automation or the use of technology to replace, where possible, all customer-facing activities. There are businesses that don't even have the front of the house activities anymore. They use technology to take the orders and they deliver. Technology, therefore, playing a key role in food processing process, how to order, when to order, and how to pay for the order. These apps are also being used to manage customer loyalty. The use of technology itself impacts the need for brick and mortar stores. Like I've said, not only will it impact or has it impacted the size, even the existence of those structures. And of course, the size of the restaurant itself. Who needs a whole building if you can reach your customers through technology? Or if your customers can't reach you through technology? Customer engagement is another area where innovation can be seen in our industry. These engagement methods are geared towards giving the customer unique dining experiences from, for example, arts and restaurants, where your food is put right in front of you. It's a unique experience just to hook the customer. And of course, you can use technology to modify your recipes to suit the customer's preferences, unlike where we have fixed recipes that is made to fit a general populace. These emerging changes mean that the restaurant operators, as restaurant operators, we must be ready to also have a mindset shift from the way we used to do things, if we are going to remain contemporary, or if we are going to remain relevant in the industry that we currently operate at of it. How do we adapt to changing consumer preferences if we do not innovate? Innovation must therefore reflect not only in our marketing methods as the customer profiles and lifestyles are changing. These days, we talk about brand ambassadors, brand influencers, and social media influencers. These never existed 10, 15 years ago. but in present day, they constitute a major chunk of the marketing budget. I go on to sustainability. An organization, much like a living human being, is constantly changing, but it's constantly adapting to it. Sustainability will touch on key decisions that we take, from the business model itself to what our capital structure should be if we want that business to survive, and of course to the key business processes that we go through, all with the view of continued survival of the enterprise. In other climes, the care for the environment and the society at large is linked to business sustainability. Implementing global sustainable practices like reducing food waste through repurposing leftovers, using eco-friendly packaging materials, and so on and so forth, can reduce costs while at the same time reducing environmental impact. Of recent, we all know Lagos State bans the use of styrofoam and other single-use plastics. All major supermarkets are no longer using the carry-out bags, traditional carry-out bags that they had before, and customers are now being forced to pay for reusable bags or biodegradable bags. We as an industry must be prepared for the extension and enforcement of SAFE to our industry. What then will our position be? I keep wondering, are they going to charge for the more expensive bags? Or how do we absorb the additional cost in the cost of the meal in the restaurant? How are we focusing locally produced items to replace the imported ones, from raw materials to packaging? How are we managing our inventory systems to reduce waste, which impacts not only the environment, but also increases our costs or reduces our profit? How do we reduce or minimize electricity use? How do we reduce carbon footprint and create a greener future for the planet? How are we supporting ethical labor practices? Embracing sustainability leads to several advantages, which include profitability, as I mentioned, and profitability, you all know, is a must to the survival of our enterprise. We move on to excellence. Excellence must encapsulate all that we drive in the restaurant business. How do we achieve customer service excellence or ensure consistent customer satisfaction? Operational excellence is what sets one apart from competitors. Excellence is what leads to growth and success in the business. We are managers, but quite a number of us are managers working for other people. If you are not the policy or decision maker in your organization, then you must pass on whatever the takeaways are from today's conference. You must have a clear understanding of your market, the environment in which you operate, the type of people that you're catering to, and of course, what actually appeals to them. You must have a full picture of your costs and of what determines your profit. It is good to be able to benchmark your performance against industry standards where applicable. You must drive year-on-year growth, both revenue and customer throughput. Because anything that is not growing is dying. The knowledge experts are here today. Let's listen to them attentively. And after their presentations, we can seek clarifications as found necessary. Thank you all for listening. I wish you a successful day.
Temperature abuse, very important. Madam
would want to serve myself. And, well, maybe the Nigerian, I wouldn't say the Nigerian way, right? But sometimes as customers, we tend to overtake what we cannot finish. So you go, oh, this is a buffet, you're paying 20K. But the whole, they say, oh, really? I want takeoff. I want hamburger. I want this. And then everything on your plate. And then you end up eating just one spoon. That is another waste. And that is waste on the part of also the restaurant. And they say, oh, they've already paid now, so what's the point? That is also another waste because those ingredients that would have been used to prepare another thing is wasted. But you can even start more customers and make more money that will be in your pocket, but it is not going into the trash. Okay? And the last one is the trash and the waste bin. Sometimes we talk about sorting. I know a lot of restaurants that have the whole, this is recycle, this is food waste. But people don't follow it. They don't follow the color codes on their waste bin. They end up putting what the food waste that can be recycled with the plastic waste all in one trash can. And then what happens in that case? It goes down to the landfill, which is also money. In fact, not just food waste, money taking step in a very nice way, catwalking into the landfill, which is profits going out. But you don't have a plan for donation or recovery. Now, there are many charity organizations that restaurants can partner with when you have excess food. You can partner with the Lagos Food Bank and also other charity organizations that you can say, okay, we have this whole a pattern of excessive food and people can come and take some of this food. I mean, why can't we feed the nation? Are we not one? Anyway, moving on. Now, what is the role? Am I communicating? I hope I'm not too fast. I want to enjoy this discussion here. Very good. Thank you. Now, what is the role of food safety failure? Poor food handling practices and quality control in food loss and waste. Food safety failure, improper storage. If you don't store your food properly, you will end up having older products or you will not follow FIFA, right? She has mentioned, she has given us explanation of what FIFA and FIFA is. I won't dive into that. But if you don't store your food properly, you end up having food waste. Most times when I audit restaurants, right, it's very simple for them to have a failure in non-conformity in this aspect because they always tend to go clean the product on the shelf and nobody's really checking for dates. Another thing that can cause this problem is when you have all of your products on the shelf. Why? Or you buy a lot of this product and you end up not even using it. Especially those ones with a short best before or a short shelf life. Temperature abuse. That's another food safety failure and cross-contamination too. Now when it comes to poor food handling practices, again, you can never take away FIFA from this. It's handling during preparation. If you don't handle your food properly and they go to the floor, that's waste already. Except of course in your restaurants, when food drops on the floor, you pick it, you clean it, and you serve the customer. And I'm sure that I don't have any restaurant managers that are doing that poor quality practices. The lack of hygiene. She has talked about washing your hands, your earrings, all of those things. It's very important as managers or as food business staff, we need to have proper hygiene. If you lack good hygiene, it's as well as putting money into the waste bin. And lastly, quality control, overcooking, undercooking, inconsistent portioning, getting food for minor defects. I don't know if this is news to many of us, right? But sometimes people reject product because they look ugly. No, ugly, not for food safety cases, or not for the sake of food safety, but because I don't just like how this tomato is looking. It's not looking very fine. So they end up throwing it away. But you need to understand that nobody knows whether the tomato is fine or ugly when it is being cooked. So you need to have a very good relationship with your vendors. Tell your vendors, okay, these are the qualities I am looking out for. Have a checklist. Train your vendors and train the staffs around, those who are handling it. Because see, training is very important though. It's not you come to work, you resume work that first day, wear your hairnets, wash your hands, remove your earrings, and that's the end. and that is money and that is profit that should have been generated back into more money. Now, what are the best practices, tools, and techniques in combating this hidden cost that is draining into your profit, which is food waste? Number one, for your purchasing managers and storekeepers, let them check orders for quality when receiving. Have a checklist. If it's not documented, it means it is not done. So if there's no checklist, then you are not coming to the is good. There's a tendency that there will be a mistake. And once it gets into your kitchen, it may get rejected. Ensure people when storing, donate under use item, but always track. If you know that you're always having excessive products, you need to keep a track and say, okay, why am I having this product? Is it that it's not moving? People don't like it. So that you don't end up buying a lot of things that you're giving out, because really for restaurants, you are not buying to give out for free. You are buying to make money, to put back into your business. So we have a lot of product that's every day or every month, getting here out, you're donating it excessively. They need to have a track record and say, do I need to take this off completely or do I need to reduce it? Again, train your staff. Now for chefs and stewards, smart menu planning. You need to plan your menu with ingredients that can make too many food products. So if you're having, say lentils for instance, how many food products or how many menus can lentils do? Start thinking in that way. Start menu planning. Don't just plan it. I have 55 menus. One of them in one day. At the end of the day, just 5 food. What happens to the rest of them? It is waste. That's money that should have been used for any other thing that's going to waste. Okay? Portion control and just portion control. I know as Nigerians, many of us don't like it. But then again, for food business owner, if you do not manage your portion control, you end up having a lot of food waste. Your calibration, your skills, are you calibrating them? So you're calibrating your skills. Why are you calibrating the dry weights? So it's not a function of every morning you carry 5 kg, you put your seed, good. 10 kg, you put on your scale, it's good. Those dry weights, are you calibrating them? Do you have external parties that come to calibrate those skills to show that you're ensuring the right portion? What about using data to track your demand? Again, forecasting, demand forecasting. The product or the number of products you would have each Ramadan period. You agree with me that it is different from the one you start experiencing from next week. True or false? I need an answer, please. True or false? Exactly. People are fasting this period, right? So the likelihood that there will be a lot of people in the restaurants might not be as much as when people are not fasting. So consider all of those things when you're planning your menu. Then of course, digital waste tracking. There are a lot of AI tools that can help you tracking your waste. We have Window and a whole lot of others. And then I think Nigerians will take away options and those are take away options. What about for your buffet hosts and event coordinators? So that everybody is involved, from the purchasing manager to chefs and stewards, even to event coordinators. Know the amount of guests that you are inviting to an event and plan accordingly. Have a food waste policy. This is new. I know for manufacturing companies, because those who have the FSSA version space, it is not new to them. But for restaurants, having a waste policy might be new. And to be a good initiative so that your customers know that you are trying to make money and to also save the environment. So to be a good thing to have a food safety, a food waste policy initiative, partner with food banks and again train. But the important thing is train. Do not get tired of training. If you get tired of training, call experts that can help you train your people. Please again, I'm saying train your people. And FHSC will also carry out training.